Okay, where do we start this video? I want to do a little word play. It's going to be a short video. Just moving some stuff over so I got a little bit more room. It's going to be a short video, very, very, very short video. I was trying to catch up. I keep falling behind, trying to catch up, falling behind. Is there anything wrong with trying to open up the eyes of somebody else without the other person actually knowing, and then misunderstanding you and telling you to, if you think about it, go over there? And what I'm going to tell you is I walked into this, I was going for a snack at this, more or less a bistro. And I said to the gentleman, he said, you're going to have to wait. And he just kept standing there. And I'm like, okay. He says, you got to wash your hands. I said, already did. He said, okay. I says, how come so much space between all the chairs? He says, oh, that's what the government wanted us to do. You could have just told me, I don't want to hear about, that. I want to hear about, well, that's our policy now. We just want to give everybody extra space, right? So I said to the gentleman, I said, I was out for dinner the other night and all the tables were like right next to each other. He says, well, we have to be 2 meters. And I'm like trying to go like, why does everybody else have to be as close together and you have to be 2 meters? But didn't want to get into that conversation. And somebody came up beside me and started arguing with me. Why am I starting with the maitre d' when all I'm doing is making conversation, Where do I want to start? Yes, the mansion. The mansion. The man is the cycle 28. He's also the becomes the man at 13. So he becomes the man at 13, and his cycle is 28. When does his cycle begin? Does it begin 15 plus 13 equals to 28, or is it 28 plus 13 equaling to 41? Because don't forget, think about it. Think about it. Hey, Robin, think about it. Until that 28-day cycle moon came in, you didn't even have a chance of arrival. You come in on the cycle. Do you think that Darwin's theory of creation was so precise that now we come in on the cycle of the moon? Oh, hold on a second. We'll let in another. You know what? We made a mistake. We let in too many. Hey, you're from out of this world. Oh, how come there's so many of this kind of people and that kind of people? Well, when you're manufacturing us and you can't keep up to what you're doing, and inside your imagine you're running this huge operation called Planet 10 Yahoo Earth. That's what it is. It's YT. Y is for the Earth, and T is for the second pyramid entrance. Because gematria shows me that the G and the T are both at 676 levels, meaning 19 and 19, which is full rotation. 19 times 19, 361. 19 plus 19 equals to either 29 birth of the resident angel equaling to 39, the same numeric value that will create the birth in the word sky in French. The third letter C and the ninth letter I, okay, equals 12. So if you say it, it says CL. CIL is a painted sky. CL, the word, is numeric value 29, but it took you the 3 and the 9, 39 to bring it together. You see, it's let's do 12 and 21. They're together. 12 and 21 are together. I'm trying to think, what other number is there? Anything with 1 and 2 on it. It's 1 in between 2. 1 in between 2. 1 in between 2. That's what it is. Right? Imagine you're 4 people. You're 4 people, and you need to judge. Somebody has 3 people will judge you. Imagine there's 4 people, but only 3 judges because they're judging you. And then you and 2 others will judge the 4th. And then them and 2 others will judge the 4th. So we're 4 people judging 4 in groups of 3 of the one person they're judging. It's just obligations. You can't get away with the obligations. Look at that, the board. That's the only way to get it. It's obligations and roots and rowway. It's totality of communication, if that's the way it's said. Another thing for words, if I'm going to jump around a little bit, and if we want to switch some of our words around, 102 Valentine's, 162 birth, passage of the moon, 1440, or 1.5 days to create that 2160 passage, which is 9 times 24, and 2, 4 is 6, 9 and 6 keeps you in the realm of rotation, which is the percentage sign, which is on key number 5 of your computer keyboard. And in a short, quick design, that would more or less would look, I mean, if you want to keep it one way, we can do it this way, right? We can do it that way. Right? We can do it this way if we want. Okay, I'm gonna just do it a little bit smaller. And here's your percentage sign, right? And I'm not sure if I should just just do that. There's your 9 and 6. That's your percentage sign. Another way you can do it if you want to draw it out real quick is you can go 9 and you can go 6. And then you have the percentage sign, right? Isn't that the same thing as over there on number 5? Percentage sign, right? I like to say this is the F and the A. I don't know why I'm going to do this. Right? You ever see that? This is 716 in the spirit of 76. A picnic table. So anyways, we did that. That's your percentage sign. Now I forgot what I was doing because I got so heavily involved in something else. What was I going to talk about? Let me think. I'm very upset that I went away from cardinal numbers. I didn't do anything. Everybody thinks I'm jumping all over because I'm trying to look where I was. Man in the mansion house, 28 and 13. That would be 41, and that's the year that I saw that whatever it was in the sky. And not only that, but the 28 in itself, 2 and 8 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, 3 and 1 is 4, so we get to 41 again all by itself. And then if we count this down to a single digit, we'd end up with 10. It'd be 23. This 41 would now be 23. And now, if I come over here, I'm just trying to think what the numbers are. Let me think. 28. Oh, yes, because 2 and 8 is 10, all zeros equal to 6. Aleister Crowley was somehow, somewhere mentioned that 0 was equal to 2. So if you take and understand what Aleister Crowley, although he was joking, okay, a man with many dimensions, okay, will know that it is 2, but it's 3 times 2, equaling to 6. Left, right, and center. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You don't need all the 5 chakras. Don't forget, circles that go over each other are like server circles. You put a square here, and a square here, and you put a square in between. Let me draw this out, right? Let me draw this out. Let me see if I can get this right. Let's say you get squares. We're just going to do squares, okay? I'm going to do squares. Now, I can put that right here, right? But I'm not going to do that. I want to connect the center of this house to the center of this house. And then I take that diamond, I go from the center of this house to the center of this house. Always creating fish. You know, you talk about the Jesus fish or the bow tie, the way it goes through. And it also represents one of the more impure sevens from the dice cube, where you have 4 this way, and you're going to run 3 this way with 4 this way. So you're going to end up with your 4 corners. And when they do end up with your 4 corners, I'm not sure, but they may be half on and half off. You know what it is with the letter D and the letter O. If you're, how can I explain it? I'm just going to make a circle like this. You dive in through here and you come out through here. It's the great divide. You dive down through here and you come out on that side over there, but most likely underneath. Coming out underneath
is the same situation we had yesterday, and I will get back to it. Okay, is that when your DNA, I like to use the DNA or whatever it is on the flip side. Remember, I can, if I was able to have this paper longer, I can twist it. So let's go 3, 3, 6. We're using any numbers, right? 3, 6, 5. We can use this, and then we're going to put 3. No, I'm going to go 4, 2, and then we're going to go with 1. And that's basically all the same. And the reason for that is because the opposite side of the 6 is the 1. The opposite side of 5 is the 2, and the opposite side is 3 is the 4. And it's showing up basically the same thing over here. I just didn't put it in order. The other thing about this is we cannot change any of these numbers. If we change 1, we have to change more than 1. And the reason for that is because if we set up 3 dice, you set up all 6 because they all have reverse sides, and all the reverse sides are here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if I just turn it and twist it, my passage or river would be right over here. That's what it'd be, like a corkscrew. We were talking about this yesterday. And this combination is also going to tell me 8, 7, 5. And this combination is going to tell me 4, 33, and 3, depending how you want to go and connect all these dots. I'm talking about the voids. Here's the dots you see, but every side has 9 area spaces. You can see 6 over here. If I turn it, you see the same 6, but it takes 2 ways to create the 8. It takes 66 to use up all 8 areas. So 12 covers 8. And the mathematical equation for that is 2 times 8 equals to 16. 2 plus 8 equals to 10 equals to 26. 2 plus 6 equals to 8. Okay, 2 plus 6 equals to 8. 2 times 6 equals to 12. 2 plus 6 equals to 8 equals to 20. And here's your 12, and here is your 8. So when you have 6 and 6 equals 12, it actually equals to 8. 4 corners are located on the 6 dice and the 5 dice and the 4 dice. So we do not need the 4. The 3 is inside the 5. The 2 is doubled up and is inside the 6. So actually 0. The 4 corners, right, to me look like a 6. The circle around this, the 8, the 4 corners looks like a hole. 4 equaling to whole equaling to 1. Here's 8 over here on the outside. Here's 4 and 4 void. Here's a total of 8 void. Anyways, let's leave it out. Heaven is number 55, eh? Freedom in heaven, eh? Hell is number 37. The day of man, 46. Mars and Pluto. And the cube is created through this number. And this is the second board of 36 numbers. This is the second board. This is 37 to 72. The first board is 1 to 36. The second board is 37 to 72. Where else am I going to go with this? So we saw this piece over here. What happened? I can create this, and the mathematics for this will create 7. The mathematics, actually, it'll create 7, and that is 3 times 1, 3 plus 1 equals to 3 equals to 4. And then it'll be 7 and 12 equals to 19. And then 1 plus 9 equals to 1. 1 plus 9 equals to 1. And then 1 times 9 equals to 9. And that will be 10, so make it 1. All zeros equal 6. So the equation ends up to be a value of 7. 713. 7 times 13 is 91. And it's 1/4 of the moon cycle. 91 is 1/4 of moon cycle. So there's 91 times 4 equaling to 364 days. Now the thing is, since there's 13 cards in a suit, right? And the cycles the end up cycles to be 91, it's 3 times 28 okay, equals to 84 plus 7. So it's automatically saying we're back to the son of Pluto over here, day and night, because of what the mathematics do. Can anybody type up what the mathematics do over here? 8 times 4, 32. 8 plus 4, 12. Equals to 44. This is going to create day and night. The reverse of that is mass in Jesus Christ. Now, if I minus the 12, it would equal to 20. This is 44. That 20, as you see in the equation from here, came from the cycle of 28. 28 and 37 intertwine with each other. 28 is black, 37 is red. I need to get something to drink. Give me a minute. You know, I wanted to keep it into a short video. Okay, I'm gonna get back to that. I'm just trying to figure out where I was in all this. Heaven and hell, can we tell the difference if it's real or not real? Well, we do know that words, just like in the spelling bee, and I love it in the spelling bee, it's to reference of. You go to court, they have a court, it's always to reference of, meaning is there any direct truth to anything, or is it all reference of? Reference of, and that's if you can search out all the reference, and somehow in time they burnt all the books. You think they just stopped burning the books? I mean, they don't have paper shredders, right? Nobody tells a lie. Everybody's telling the truth. I put my hand on the Bible. You gotta put your hand on the Bible. Or tell the truth, you tell the truth. You don't, you know. Anyways, I want to get on to something that I was thinking today. And I'm not sure if anybody knows what a dove is, right? How do you spell dove? How do you spell dove? D-O-V-E. Frequency, Pluto. Hey, I'd really like to know, is there a Pluto frequency? Susan, Catchy, hi, Mr. Tack Pans. I got a hand and a heart and a giggly face and a candle of light and a light of hope. And well, those fireworks look pretty funny because if the stars are all, you know what's funny about those fireworks after the light is that there's this new blue flag with all these, I think it's the UN flag with all the stars around it, except what they're missing is that beautiful ignition inside the center. Thumbs up to lock, to unlock, to break the lock, to get the key to the purple hearts. To have a blank key, to have a crown, to thumbs up, 4 fingers going some other way, telling a story, painting a story, writing a story, mailing a story, getting out the brush, putting in a picture, singing a song, lifting off, and the future is today. Okay, very good. July 13th. Yes, I know somebody's birthday, and this person I know that's born on July 13th, I call him Lucifer. Well, I know 2 people. One is Lucifer, and the other one is my nephew. Numbers, logos, signs, letters, shape, the true is all, and yet none of these. Even those. Oh, no, for sure. Musical notes, for sure. I've been on them before. You know what the musical notes look like? I mean, from where I see them now, because I don't have my glasses on. They look like from Bugs Bunny. There's the mad scientists, and they they go in and no. It's from Marvin the Martian. When they go up and they put a drop of water and this little thing grows. Unless I put on my glasses and get really close, because some of this is stuck. Yes, I do want to know.
Yes, the dove's 8 showing up, but it's really not dove. What I'm trying to get to with that, oh, I got to get that off. Tell me if you can hear my sound if I shut off my own speaker. Okay, and what I wanted to talk about is it wasn't a dove at all. I wanted to know if you took a dive. You take a dive? Yes, I dove. You dove? Yes. You know how to dive? Yes, I know how to dive. And I dove. So you did it already. So I used the dive, the I for dive. And now, because I already did it, now I have the O. So I'm looking for words where you absolutely need certain letters in certain positions. Otherwise, it's not a word anymore. Like remorse. Can you use morse by itself? Two words that go together: prison and jail. Other words that I'm thinking of, there's just TEH 258. That is in the center of your keyboard. I wish I had my calculator. 258. I didn't want to take this off again. See, 258. 2 or 20 is T, 5 is E, 8 is H. So it's te. And it can also be the. This one over here is ADG, Gad. Where's Gad? Where's Gad? Te. And then this one over here is I, F, if, C, thick. God, terrific. God's terrific. Oh my God. And here's ABC. And if you're going to connect everything, we don't need the 4 and 6. Forget it. Because 1, 2, 3 are going to come together, right? 2 is going to split with 1 and 3 and pass through 5 to get into the 9 birth of the 7th gate to live into the 8th heaven, okay, of the just this triangular thing here. And here's the pound key right in here. This thing is telling us all kinds of stories. I don't remember some of them, right? All the way from the dog and the cat of creation. And these two are interchangeable. And these two are interchangeable in on the gematria board. The regular alphabet, JKL, are all together. JKLM, N, O, P. They're basically all together. Where's the Q? Did they move the Q? Yeah, look at that. Did you know that this letter over here, and because it doesn't make a difference, this letter over here on your ATM machine and this letter over here on your ATM machine are on the number 1, right? And this is the 17th letter, and this is the 26th letter. 2 and 6, 8. 1 and 7, 8. And they'll tell 2 different little stories. Susan, I have Marvin the Martian. I have Marvin the Martian keychain now made a yearly X marks the spot. Now made a yearly X marks the spot. Whoa. I have a Marvin the Martian keychain now. Made a yearly X marks the spot. Okay, I'm not very quick, but I know you got that bracelet. I'm sorry if I'm not quick, something I can't seem to put together. But we're going to try and see if I can move on to my next piece. So the next piece is about, I now interswitched. The dove is now in the past, and the dive is in the present. Words, I'm going to look this up. Hold on a second. Words that said I already did it. 92 words and phrases and synonyms. Antonyms. See, I mean, look at this. They give us all kinds of stuff here, right? Right? There's all kinds of stuff going on here. They're telling us what we can do. We got synonyms and antonyms and definitions. We have examples and thesaurus. I mean, why did they make all this? Why did they break it down? If they broke it down, we can use this to our advantage. Here's the words of God, and this is all the ways we have to, play with these words. Look at that. Wow. We got so much information. We're loaded, eh? We're loaded. Let me look back. No, I want a word like... words like dove and dive. Dove, dive.
So I'm not really sure where I can find it. I want to just find more words like dove and dive. You know what I'm saying? Then there's the alter word, like somebody would say, hey, where did the E come from? Well, I'm going to show you part of the outline of where the E comes from. I'm just going over bits and pieces right now. So here, okay, is the S. Okay, or the number 5, could be both of them, right? I mean, you do know certain things, right? North, east, west, and south. And E is a minimum this size, because otherwise I can't make all the divisions. And in reality, right, can I do E this way? See the way they're all even? I would have to go all the way here to create the E. Now, can I make it smaller? If I made it smaller, I would have to put my bar through the E this way. Now I'd end up with Neptune. So we see over here the outline for number 5 is the letter E. The outline for number 6, okay, the outline for number 6, right? If you take a close look, there's a 2 right over here, right? And then the long arm, and we've seen this long arm 5, right? I mean, I'm seeing the 5 and the long arm over here. We've seen this design already somewhere. I was talking about maybe looking at the 5th dimension, and my question is since we have 4 quadrants, 4 different areas, because that's all we can really have. We can only have 4 areas, okay, of horizontal, vertical, okay? But slanted, we can also create 4 areas. So those are the 2 basic dimensions we can have. And then we can cut everything, okay, in 45 degrees. And now we have 8 areas going 45 degrees. And can we call it 90s and 180s? And everything else is going to be an in-between. So if I choose, you see this is a block. See, this is a single block. And now I'm going to run that block. Now, where do I run that block? Do I take an extra block, right? 1 full block on one side, 1 full block on the other side, and I run it back to the center. I run it back to the center. And this area here is known as 666. And if I get this right, 684, if I get that right. This happens to be the seconds in the day. 86, it doesn't have to be in order, the numbers. And the reason for this is because of 0 degrees, 180 degrees, 216 degrees, 225 degrees, 234 degrees, and 666 brings you to 90 degrees, and it brings you to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. What is that? I don't know. 2100 hours. So 9 o'clock is 2100 hours. Which way are we going to do this? The mathematics tell me 9 to 5. It tells me the E and I world. It tells me 45 and 14, DNA in the sun, equals back to 5 and 9. 5 plays its role inside a 9, and it is the dimension that divides everything up. The 4 areas now creates 1 area part. And if you look at the area part, okay, that it plays, this is the front of the train that sweeps away the front of the track, and this is the crown that the Pope wears. You see the way the crown of the Pope wears to here? If you look at the deck of cards, it's a different crown. I can show you that crown too. But anyways, that's that area over here. And we can do it for both areas if I want. And sometimes when I'm dividing this up, I'm asking myself a question. If I was playing darts, how would I use this scenario in the dartboard? Remember, isn't it funny? You can only go around, hold on a second. You can go around, here's a circle, okay? And we have 12 hours. Now, here's a circle, and we have 20 areas. This is darts, and this is time. If I had to slow down time and only use one clock for 24 hours, what would be ironic is the minutes would always remain the same. But instead of having 6 p.m. over here, okay, we would have 6 p.m. over here. Sorry, 6 a.m. over here. Then we would have 12 p.m. And then we'd have 1800. And then we'd have the 24th hour. So the 30-minute mark would be aligned with 12 p.m. over here. Right? Because this is 12 a.m. This is the 24th hour. That's this one little scenario. I'm not very happy that this camera is not giving me. It's not good for your eyes. Oh, much better. Okay, let me get back to some of the reading of the comments. See if I can keep up with everything. Oh, Morse code, yes. Thank you, Susan. Very sweet. The Doves 8 showing up. I'm slow on that. What's up, Doc? Doc. I have Marvin the Martian. Art. Oops. Morse code. Yes, Morse. I used to think it was cat Morse. I'm not going to look too much into the word, but when you look at Morse code and you want to revert it back to something today, you would call it ROM. Just like the Vega card or the USB, which should actually be Phobos, which is the moon of Mars. Phobos and the USB. The Vega card and Hoover Dam, what's going on over there, and all the numbers in Bitcoin running out of the Nevadan state. Got to keep it cool, right? Keep them ledgers moving. Soar and soar. Yes, sail, sail and sail, sail and sail. But I want the same word. I drove, I drive, right? So that last word was drove, drive, dove, dive. I like the one in French where we got plancher, penser, and I forget what the last one was. Anyways, it's just so many words you can play with. Okay, so we have, so right now I'm only in the same area, right? It's with the O and the I. Okay, so, but anyways, no big deal for now. There was a lot of things. I'm just looking. 18 yes, okay, at the golf course, here's something about number 10 and number 1, that when you're at the golf course, you're either going to depart from the 10th hole or you're going to depart from the first hole. So both these holes, right, are at the watering fountain, I think they call it, the 19th hole. So the what do you call it, the main house, right? Both the 10 and the 1 are by the main house, okay? And you go from 10 to 18, and you go from 1 to 9 in this situation. And all we're trying to do, right, in golf, and you beat the game by just knowing we need to play par. That's what it is, 16, 17, 35. We need to play par. 18, 19. We have the golf cart, creation of art, communication. Okay, let's see if I can go back. I just want to finish off this book. I want to see if there's anything in here. Heaven and hell, if we add them together, equals to 92, and that is your birth. That is your extra day in Valentine's. If you minus it, it becomes 18, and that is the resident angel. That's why I like to call it the letter R. which is right over here, the 8 void with the 1 space, all linked into the 6 dice over here. This dice, this 6 and 1, is recreated through 4 and 3, DC, the 7th gate. I mean, it's not hard not to see. It's not hard not to see. 7 times 7 times 7 equals 343 CDC. It is representing hot, 43, cold, 34, red hot, 27, blue cold, 40, boy, creation of Mars and Earth, 51, total of 53, electric company, girl, pink. We're using red for pink. So girl is 7, IR is 27, 39. So this is 39 plus 7. Girl is 39 plus 7, the angel. 39 and 7 to the gateway. Created from 36. 3 and 6 will create the I and R. 3 times 6 equals R. 3 plus 6 equals I. Jumping all around the place, I just want to go on. Everybody thinks that number 7 is a prime number, but it's actually 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. And in the star system, it's actually just one mathematical equation away from not being prime anymore. Or at least it's prime up to the understanding of that fact. And then they'll say that 5 is actually a prime number, but the prime number of 5 is created by 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 2 equals to 3 plus 2 equals to 5. And then the thing about that is the female is a woman at a bat mitzvah at the age of 12, or the letter R, because that's what it actually looks like. And the male, which is a man, which gets a value of 28, and the woman gets a value of 66, which is 28 and 38. Okay, and there's a lot of equations that go with this and prove its point. And it's telling me about the gold. It's telling me about the club, because club is number 38, gold is number 38, and it'll create electric company. Electric company goes along with the moon, and inside of that, man is part of it. 66 is corona, and it is created by the joint of this and this together, in which I showed you that we created 3 and 4 coming together right over here. And the reason I had to put these two together is because by creating the diamond, I can create my addition sign. And by having this, I can create my multiplication sign. Although I need it to only be this size, because this is how I can make the multiplication. I cannot make the multiplication in this, otherwise I will pass and go outside the square. I am confined. So this is where this piece comes in. Now, why did I mention that? Where was I? Male age, yes, male 28, bar mitzvah. At the age of 13. Male is B, male, female. 2 and 18. This is the B letter, and this is the R letter. They must be hibernating in the winter. And watch out, because if creation was there, right, you might have to say just watch out and beware. I don't know. Just came out like that. I don't know if there's any meaning. So anyways, we have the female and the male, and we have our prime. And 5 and 7, for those who do not know, is the, let me see if I can just get it at the top of the page. M-O-O-N. And this is not the only word. There are other words, okay? It is the numeric value 57. Reverse, it is 51, and it is Mars. But it is not Mars to the letter, but only the reverse of value of 51. every letter has a value of 27 reverse. If you were on the piano and you wanted to say, hey, where is center C? You would say it's the 24th key. Yes, it's the 24th key from left to right. Okay, but from right to left, it's the 29th key. The total, 29 plus 24, is 53, because both sides get to join to one key. Otherwise, it's 23 and 28, equaling to 51 Mars. But when they join together, they get this over here, 5 and 1 Mars again. This would be 2 and 6. Anyways, that's that scenario, getting connected to the moon cycle, male and female. Let me keep up. The circle open, Jack. Clock strikes 10. Yeah, I was going over a quarter to 10. I was working on something. Yeah, 5. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 will create the opening for the I and phi, day and night. The phi might be the pierce of the circle. Oh my God, that's exactly the same thing I was thinking. Wow. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. A, E, I, O, and U equal to 51 plus 25Y equal to the spirit of 76, all the vowels, right? Please, if you do not mind, 363, your thoughts. It's to the left and to the right. In order to create a 6, you need 3 and 3 to create a 6. You need 4 and 2 to create a 6. I'm always assuming the two numbers that came together to create that 6 goes with both sides. But since it is the 6, I just do the mathematics and just say that is creation in the sun. 3 and 6 also fills up all the dots. This is 3 and 6. So if this is the cube going in between the 4, this to me is the 3 and 6, because it has the 3 going down the center and the 3 and 3 void. Or should I say it's this one here? And then I would actually take this over here and shove this in between, and I'd have all 9. This is the only one. You get 9 in this one, and you get 7 in this one. This is the bow tie. So for me, this might be connecting everything up. 36 is created through 66, the woman. 6 times 6 creates a 36. Birth in the 4th house. 1.5 times 4 creates the 6. 3 is basically, 3 will create a connection to all the numbers. It's the birth angel. It's with the eye. You said something just before the bullseye. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. 4 times 4 equals to 16. 4 plus 4 equals to 0.8. Okay, the total is 24. Usually, and what I believe is that the day is 60. Forget about what's happening now. The day is 16 hours. The night is 8. They divided the day and the night. Okay, well, if they divided the day and the night, it should have been 12 and 12. And so far, I don't see any of that. They only divided it on the clock equally, but they did not divide it day and night. This is where the spirit comes in. And once you have this one over here, okay, you automatically have the H, or headquarters. Okay, this is the 8th letter. It is the reverse of the S letter, which is the 19th letter, because 19 and 8 is 27. As well, 1 plus 9 equals to 1, and it represents this right over here. At the same time, it looks like 85, which represents the silver spirit matrix. Now, you said it was the I. Now, I had a vision in why it is the I, because, hold on a second. Wow, it's coming. It's disappearing. The reverse of this is mass. I'm just trying to think where that 33 comes in. Oh, right. The reverse of 44 is 33. Okay, so when you create this, its reverse side is 3 plus 3 equals 6. 3 times 3 equals to 9. And this is rotation. Okay, this is rotation. This is where your PH, here's your P, here's your H, here's your I, here's your F. Philadelphia freedom. Philadelphia. This is where I get that I. The reason I get that I is because of, this is your percentage sign, right? It's your 9 and it's your 6. Oh God, I'm getting in trouble here. I'm a little off. I'm slowing down. The portal is closing. I'm just trying to keep up and working on my own right now. So I see that area over here. The obligation runs all the way up over here. And then one side goes up, one side goes down, and it's all divided by right there, 2 buildings standing up. I'm just trying to take a look at what else I can do. Anyways, this ends up to say house planet. 2 times 4, 8. 2 plus 4, 6 equals to 14. 8 times 6 equals to 48 equals to 62. Inside of here, you end with Pluto, Sun, DNA, AD. I just wanted to play both ways at it. This ends up creating birth in the sun. This ends up creating this number again. 4 times 8 equals 32. 4 plus 8 equals 12, and 32 equals to 44. So it recreates that number. So day and night is recreated when Pluto comes in. I'm just trying to see something. Another thing about Pluto, you know, when you attach a string together, it's like the 2 ends of the string. The first planet is Pluto at one end, and the other first planet at the other end is Mercury. Anyways, I'm getting tired. I'm not really sure. Yes, the 777 creates CDC, correct? 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals to 21, and 343 equals to 364, or 13 times 28 equaling to 364 divided by 4 equals to 91, which is 84 plus 7 in order to get it. So how are we going to relink these numbers? Why? Because these are the perfect numbers of the cycle of the moon, and it comes out to 7 times 13. This is what happens when you add up 1 to 13. It equals to 91. There are 13 cards in the deck. There are 13 cards in the deck. 1 through 9 equals to 45, plus 10 equals to 55, plus Jack, Queen, King. If I take them by value, 11, 12, and the 13th card, I will end up, sorry, this is 55. This is 66. Freedom 55. You ever hear Freedom 55? Well, when you come to the addition of 10, 11, you end up with Freedom 55. Woman, Corona, 66. It's all created through 1 times 2 times 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3, and it's these 2 shapes that come together to create it. And then when you come here, you have 78, which is your gateway from 17 from Q. This is your gateway from Q because it's 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 equals to 8, 78, 15, and 56 equals to 71. Again, your gateway in Q is the female, and if it's the female, it's the R. This is the 13th number, and it equals to 91. Now, if you add the last one, it becomes 1, 3, 6, 1. Where else am I going to go with this? I'm trying to think. Oh, yes, in my last video, and I didn't finish this yet. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to finish this part for roulette and show you how this is going to be the end of the video, where in roulette, this area, let's say we're gonna back it up a little bit, because I want to repeat something. In roulette, let's say we start 1 here and 36 here. Either I can do that, but I'm just going to go to the center, 2, 5, 8, 2, 5, 8. So this one would be 17. This would be 20. So this one over here, I'm just going to put it in the corner, is 14. This one over here is 23. 2 and 3, 5. 1 and 4, 5. 15. I don't need to use that. This is 16 and 19. This is 18 and 21. So what happens is I'm going to go from here. How do I connect these boxes? Well, how does this box connect? See, because of the way these boxes are made, right, I can't connect as like it was just square boxes. So I'm not sure what angle I'm going to use, if I'm going to go from center to center, 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 and center to center. So it creates this, and it looks like the Hilton mark. And then once you run this line into here and run that line into there, you have a block of cheese, and that's where the block comes out. That's where the Q comes out. It's the only area on the board that does this. And connecting the numbers together, here is 35. And the 37 is the center, and then 39 is the right side. So what I'm going to do is this would be twisted over here, where 16 and 21 make 37, where 18 and 19 make 37, where 17 and 20 make 37, and it's all encastrated between 14 and 23. Now this would be, furthermore, would end up going over here. Then it would connect over here, and then it would connect like that. That's the way it would connect, like this. It would connect, whoop, it would connect like, no, made that mistake. Hold on a second, wrong angle. Wrong angle. This would connect from here to here, and 21, 22, 24. This one would go here. This would go here, and then 24. This would be 25. This would be 28. So no. 25, 28, 29. No. 23, 25. 25, 27, 30. So it would go here. So this would be the basic design. Just doing this real quick. So that would be the basic design of the center of the roulette board. Anyways, I'm going to go. It's right there on my floor. There's a few of the designs. I know you just can't see like that. My arm is hurting. I'm starting to go all over the place. I would really want to thank you for being here. Thank you very much, Susan. And if anybody wants to personally contact me, I've left my email here before. And remember, once we all wake up and have the knowledge of a better understanding of how our language works, maybe one day we will feel right away, or it'll open up something in the sky, whatever it is, just knowing, learning the difference, whatever. I'm just too tired. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.